A Florida man stole a Nintendo Switch in his work uniform in broad daylight. There's a new Nintendo Direct tomorrow. We will be live streaming that. And Netflix is going to be at E3 talking about games they're bringing. A Florida man, obviously it's in Florida. You hear about fucked news stories? It's always Florida. It's a fucking meme online. What's going on in Florida? Get your shit together. My grandma was just in Florida. Bless her heart. She had a great time. But she didn't do anything illegal. But I'm sure there were tons of people doing illegal stuff because, like I said, you hear about all this fuck shit, it's always Florida or Alabama. We're watching you. The rest of the country's watching you. Get it together, okay? But maybe you shouldn't get together because it gives me something funny to talk about, and the world loves it because you're a fuck up. So there you go. I don't know. But anyways, a man in Florida in his work uniform in, I guess, broad daylight. I actually didn't see the time, but I'm imagining it's broad daylight because security cameras picked this up. Great. He went into another man's garage, which I'm going to get to that in a second too. He went to another man's garage and stole his Nintendo Switch in his work uniform, and the man whose garage he went into had security cameras, reported to the police. They checked the footage. They said, oh, well, this is where this guy works. Let's go there. And, oh, we found him. Ha, gotcha. It was pretty easy, shut and closed case there. He was already on probation when he did this, and he went to court, and apparently he was called a habitual felony offender by the judge, I'd imagine. But he got sentenced to 5.5 years in prison. I'm imagining because he already has so many offenses and he's on probation, etc., etc. So it stacks up. I know you're like, whoa, 5.5 years for stealing a Switch. Pump the brakes! But this guy has been in hot water too many times. You know, you got to teach him a lesson. You got to be like, really? We keep giving you breaks and you're still being a dick. So that's why you get 5.5 years for stealing a Switch. But like I said, the guy had security cameras. And they caught this guy going into his garage to take his Switch. How did he know there was a Switch in the garage? Was he driving down the street and he's got fucking hawk eyes? He just like, whoa, there's a Switch in there. And just like slams the brake and like runs in there and grabs it because he's like, he just got off of work, I guess, because he's in his work uniform. I mean, obviously, maybe he didn't bring a change of clothes. You know, you go to work in your work uniform, you come home in your work uniform. I get that, but don't steal a Switch in your work uniform. I mean, you never know. You never know, right? I mean, you shouldn't be stealing Switches anyways, but don't commit crimes in things that make you easily identifiable and easy to track down. This should be crime 101, but obviously this guy's an idiot because a habitual felony offender. So, you know, and he's on probation. He's like, you got a job. You can't afford a Switch, right? You're gonna break in to. Well, I don't think he broke in. Maybe he just walked into some. I don't know. He went into someone's garage and got a Switch. I don't know how that happened. Maybe he knew the guy, right? I don't think he could have seen it from the street or walking down the sidewalk or whatever. Maybe he knew the guy. It didn't mention that in the story, but maybe just fucking lucky draw. He's like, I'm going in this garage. I'm gonna see if I got something. And luckily there was a Switch. Who keeps their Switch in their garage? Maybe it's your man cave or something like that, but usually a Switch is in a living room or something like that in a garage. Sounds like a dangerous place to keep a Switch. Obviously it is, because you got Mr. Jabroni over here walking in and just taking it. But yeah. This guy's fucking obviously an idiot. They got the Switch back to the rightful owner, so that's great. The story ended good for everyone except for the burglar involved, but you don't want it to end good for the burglar, right? I mean, this guy's a dick. He was trying to steal someone's Nintendo. So salute to you, sir. That's a great, terrible job, but it's great for me and it's great for everyone else because we get to laugh at your misfortune. And I hope you have a really great time with your 5.5 years in prison. I'm sure you're gonna have to join a gang or something. You're gonna be under threat of violence very often, all for a Switch. And like I said, he had a job. This guy could have saved up money. He's a used Switch. You can get it on Craigslist if you're lucky, $200 probably. I don't know, maybe $250, but hey, regardless, just save up some fucking money from your job and buy a Switch. You're a working man. You can do this. Instead, you get 5.5 years. So, genius, absolute genius. I love it. Thank you so much. And this was really interesting. This actually was super interesting to me. I'm like, the fuck, this quote I'm about to get to is fucking hilarious, but let me tell you what's going on here. Netflix is going to be presenting at E3. They're going to have their own panel, I guess, or their own presentation. I don't know what specifically they're going to have there. If it is going to be like a stage where they're going to be like, all right, Netflix has brought you tons of great blah blah blah, like how Nintendo and everybody used to do. I don't know if they're going to do that. They're going to have a pre-recorded video. I don't know what the deal is, but they're presenting at E3, and this is a quote from them on Twitter, apparently. They're going to be bringing your favorite shows to life. They want to bring Netflix original series, cross them over into the video game world. And when I read that quote, I'm just like, who wrote this? Because a live-action TV show, most Netflix originals, as far as I see, are live-action TV shows. That's closer to real life than a video game. There's real people in it. So how are you bringing your favorite shows to life by putting it in a video game? That doesn't make any sense. You're going further back away from real life. You're like, well, we're using real people to tell a story. Now we're using computer-generated images to tell a story. And that to us is life. Netflix, can you, what? I don't know what you were going for with that tweet. It's like, who are you fooling? Because that doesn't make any sense. But maybe that's just me. Maybe they're just like, well, Shane, you get to actually play the story out with your controller in your room. And then, you know, your toilet's like right across the thing in case you got a shit. So that's like as real as it gets, partner. That's wrong. You're wrong. I just thought that was outrageous. But it is interesting that they're going to be bringing Netflix original shows to video games, because a lot of them are kind of random. Like, what are we going to get? BoJack Horseman the game? I mean, like, what are you going to do in there? All he is depressed. He's like depressed, and he's just like, life sucks. Like, what the fuck? What do you do there? And then like you got what fucking Stranger Things obviously is coming. We've had an announcement that you know we're getting Stranger Things on all the different consoles. Some kind of Stranger Things game. I don't know. That makes sense. That could be a game, obviously. But most Netflix series are like weird, like dramas and like just kind of weird shit, right? I don't think it translates well into a video game for the most part. There are Netflix original series that will transfer over well into video games, but you know, for the most part, it's just fucking like dramas and comedies and shit. Like, how do you fucking make a video game out of that? Like Trailer Park Boys? I don't know what you want. What do you want me to do? I mean, maybe it could be wacky and silly and fun. I don't know. I'm very, very interested to see what they're talking about, because this is going to be super weird. But hey, maybe they're gonna nail it. I don't know. They're gonna team up with some crazy developers and just get it done. And because Netflix has got the goddamn money, obviously. So I guess we'll see, right? But something that was pretty made obvious to everyone else that maybe you forgot about it. We don't have Netflix on the Switch. All right, we're gonna be getting fucking video games from Netflix, but we can't get the actual service Netflix. Still, it's been over 2 years. I don't know what is going on here. Maybe at E3, maybe they saved it. Maybe they knew ahead of time, like 2 years ago, like Netflix said they're working on making some games. Let's hold out. We'll do a big announcement to coincide with that. Obviously, that's not the case. That would be outrageous and that would be ridiculous and that would be terrible business. Who knows why Netflix is not on the Switch? Netflix themselves say that it's ready to go. You can do it. Like, we got it. We got this. But Nintendo is just holding them back. I don't really know. But we're getting a Stranger Things game on Switch, possibly before we get the actual application of Netflix. I don't know. Hey, don't ask me, all right? Go ask Nintendo. And there's a Nintendo Direct tomorrow or today if you're watching this, May 15th. Specifically 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so 5 p.m. Central, which is where we're at. We will be live streaming the Direct. It's going to only be 15 minutes of Super Mario Maker. That is it. They didn't say anything else was going to be in the Direct, as far as I saw at least. Maybe they'll throw some kind of little bullshit surprise in there. Who the fucking knows? 15 minutes for Super Mario Maker 2, that seems like plenty, because, I mean, it's Super Mario Maker 2, right? Like, what else do we need to know? Are they going to be like, you can still build levels, and we have more assets than we did before? It's like, what else is there to it? I don't know, but I guess we'll see tomorrow. Come join us on our live stream. It'll be a lot of fun. We have a great time. You can ask us all kinds of questions. We try to read every single comment in the chat, and we appreciate everyone who stops by, and especially those that donate. God, you're incredible. But if you want to be incredible and you're gonna miss the live stream, and you want to be like this guy right here on screen, check out our merch store, FUgamecrue.bigcartel.com. We got shirts, we got mugs, great shipping, good quality, good pricing. Go check it out. Link to that in the description. Also, a link to our Patreon if you want to support the channel but you don't want merch. Also, other stuff like my personal channel, skate channel, all that stuff is in the description down below. Go check it out, and I'll see ya later.
So I want to say thank you to your loyalty. Thank you for your support.